Big American trucks are becoming more and more popular here in Australia. Why is that? With Australian staples like our beloved V8 Land Cruisers being taken away from us, as announced just last week, I expect these will only continue to grow in popularity. This is a 2023 Chevrolet Silverado, and more specifically, the new 1500 ZR2. It's the first of three main choices you can go for when entering the all-American truck market. However, the other two we'll cover as part of a multi-part comparison series we're going to do over the coming months. So, what is this? The Silverado in Australian terms is a very, very large dual cab four-wheel drive ute, but to the rest of the world you'd just call it a truck. That's what it is. It's powered by a 6.2 litre naturally aspirated petrol V8 that produces 420 horsepower, 313 kilowatts and 624 newton meters. It has a 10-speed automatic transmission and a 4x4 drivetrain. With a quoted combined fuel consumption of 12.2 litres per 100 k's, which seems very optimistic to me, you could allegedly travel about 750 k's with your 91 litre fuel capacity if you weren't towing anything. Now that brings me on to the primary purpose of these big trucks. Big surprise, they're not popular for being great city commuters. The Silverado 1500 ZR2 has a 4.5 tonne braked towing capacity, which, paired with its nice, smooth and powerful engine, makes it an incredibly compelling option to those who love to tow. If you're a boating, caravanning, adventuring enthusiast, constantly moving big loads, there aren't a huge number of options in today's market other than these American trucks, which is what makes them so compelling. But then there's the practical downsides. It is massive. Larger and mainly longer than a single conventional parking space, it's just under 6 metres long, just over 2 metres wide, and exactly 2 metres tall. It has a 3.67 metre wheelbase and overall weighs less than a new BMW M5. Okay, not quite, but they are within around 100 kilos of each other, which is wild to me. Other than that, the rest of the Silverado is pretty standard when compared with its other two main competitors here in Australia, the Ram and Ford F-Trucks. The interior of this new Silverado is a big improvement, which was one of the previous model's biggest letdowns. It has some more proper off-roading features if that's what you're into, and it's priced quite competitively compared to a Ram and certainly better than a Ford. The only main downsides by new car standards is that it doesn't have any parking sensors or adaptive cruise control. The warranty is short because it is American built after all. And although the towing is the biggest strength of a vehicle like this, boy, you can expect it to be thirsty, especially having a petrol motor. At MADinc, the Silverado is here for a full car paint protection film application. However, there are a few key parts that are particularly challenging to protect on a Silverado. Not that it should affect your decision as a buyer if you want one, it's Kyle's problem, not yours. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult do you rate it?
8.
8? The front grille and bumper are incredibly technical, with many sharp edges and corners that require some awkward template shapes. These take time, have a lot of tension through them, and can be frustrating if you don't have a lot of patience for it not staying down on the first attempt. The rear bumper is similar, but thankfully doesn't give you as much grief as the front. The bonnet is one of the most complicated out of a lot of cars we do. The bonnet is protected using 3 separate pieces of film. One piece is for the main bonnet panel and 2 are for the cowl. The main bonnet panel is protected with a piece that's U-shaped, and unrolling it for install is tricky. Similarly, the first piece of the cowl, which is also U-shaped, can be even more fiddly due to how tall the car is and how difficult this area of the car can be to reach. The center of the cowl is protected with a separate piece that fits perfectly against the other film in a way that doesn't allow for any gaps or unprotected parts. So there you have it, a quick introductory look at the new Silverado, the first of the big 3 American trucks now taking the Australian market by storm. Stay tuned for comparison videos of the other 2 coming soon. Look, really, it's only a matter of time before they come here anyway. And thanks so much for tuning in to this video. We'll see you next week.